Okay, so hi, I have just finished watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier, first episode. I know I look a mess. I had my lesson this morning till 12 and then I walked home. And then I watched it while having me lunch and stuff. So I think for this one, instead of doing it all at the end, I will record like a section after each, because then it's like fresh in my brain. But let's talk about the first episode before I forget. I'm not going to forget, but you know. So I loved how it started off with action after like the bit where Sam was putting on the jacket and picking up Cap's shield and putting it in the bag. So I loved the action after that. I was like, great, let's get into it, let's go. So yeah, the Falcon like saving. I'm just still mad at the ending. I can't. Yeah. And then I loved it how it was about Falcon, like for the first bit, and then Bucky for a bit. So we loved that. Also, Rhodey made an appearance at like Cap's memorial funeral thing. I cried, of course. I knew I was gonna cry. Like I was like, no. Okay, we're not even gonna talk anymore because I'm gonna cry. But yeah, I cried at that because I do love Steve personally and Cap and Chris Evans in general. So you know, the fact that we're not going to see him in the MCU anymore is actually like killing me. So that was obviously sad. I'll talk about Sam. So I loved seeing like his family. So you see his sister, her two kids, and yeah, so you know, it's nice to see his family because we don't really know much about Sam as much, obviously. And then with Bucky, with what I was when it was like when he was Winter Soldier Bucky for a minute before he woke up from his nightmare, I was like, no, Bucky, what are you doing? But then he woke up from the nightmare and was like, phew, like my heart literally just went, oh my god, thank you for being a kid. But oh my, I love Sebastian Stan, he is great. I can't. But yeah, and he was at therapy, and so he's got a list with his therapist, and they're going down the list, and he's trying to like make amends with them. So yeah, and then he went like back to a woman he was trying to make amends with and stuff, and it was just great. And he was like, I'm not the Winter Soldier anymore, I'm Bucky Barnes. And I was like, my heart. Okay. I'm just a massive Bucky simp. I'm just a simp. Yes, and then so yeah, the action in this was great. Obviously Bucky and Sam aren't together yet. Like they're not like the duo yet, because obviously it's just setting it up. But yeah, and then Sebastian Stan, well, Bucky, in his first this outfit today, I'm like, he looks so damn good. He looked really good. Like the I just can't, and the short hair, I love it. I just love it. So yeah, and then in the flashback, when Bucky was with Hydra, like shooting people, killing people, because obviously he was brainwashed. But yeah, and then he's like friends with this old man, and yeah, it's because he killed his son. And I'm like, when the picture came up, I was like, So Bucky feels really guilty about that, and I was like, my poor Bucky, oh my god. Okay. I don't want to talk too long because this is obviously isn't going to be one video, it's going to be mashed with the other weeks. But yeah, and then Bucky, he was like on date, well yeah, he was on a date with the girl from the shop, and I was like, Bucky's on a date, it's so cute. It was really cute. Yeah, he kept his gloves on though, bless him, because of his arm, obviously. But we love Bucky Barnes. And yeah, Bucky with the girl, I was like, oh. And it's the way he's like, I'm 106. I think he said 106. And she just brushed it off and just laughed. She's like, funny. I can't. I love Bucky. So yeah. And then the ending I was not very happy about. See the guy, I don't really know what he was. He was like Prime Minister or something, or what else. Not Prime Minister, that's UK Kelly. President, I guess, at the thingy. And I'm thinking like in front of the stand thingy, and he's saying, America needs a new hero. So here is your new Captain America. No, I was literally screaming at my TV, no. I don't know who's under, I couldn't really tell. I think it might be one of the guys that's behind the masks in like the massive fight bit that went on earlier. I don't know, that might be their plan, I don't really know, I couldn't really tell. But in Steve's suit and had Steve's shield, and I was like, no one can be Captain America but Steve. No one. So like, why did they do that? I was literally sat here in my room, like, I was like, no. Couldn't you just give him a different name? But obviously, okay, but I am really excited for next week because that was a really good first episode, and I'm going to shut up now because, and I'll see you in a second for week 2. Bye. So I have just finished episode 2 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I did write down some notes because I had to shoot for dinner. I did like write down some notes because I was meant to be going to a house viewing later on today, but the agent changed it for tomorrow, so that's fine. So because just in case I had to film this later, because we would have had to leave at like 2:30, and it's 2 o'clock now. So you know, I would have wanted to get ready, and my hair's a little bit wet because I had a shower after my assessment today. But yeah, so let's just get on with it. So the beginning of the episode was obviously we were seeing the new Captain America. He was obviously nervous about talking and stuff, and kind of just setting up his character, I guess. So, and then there was different music for like the Marvel bit, like, because it was like the celebration, because then the new Captain America like did a speech and stuff on TV, and then Bucky was watching, and Bucky looks so sad. His face, he was just like, his face was me watching it. I was like, no. Like, I was Bucky at that point. I was literally just, I felt so bad. Like, Bucky was just, he looked so heartbroken, you know, because no one can replace Steve. So yeah, wow. And then obviously Bucky and Sam are together in this episode. Yay, finally. Yeah, their vibes are just so funny when they're together. Like, I can't even explain. They have a love-hate relationship, and I actually love it so much. Like, I can't even really call them friends at the moment, can you? I don't know, I just love them. I don't know, they're just great together. I laughed so much during this episode. The lines I just loved, like Bucky was like, I'm coming with you, and then Sam's like, no you're not, and then Bucky just went anyway, and I just and Bucky, like in his leather jacket, black jacket thing, I just can't, he looks so good, and I'm just like here like, it just looks so good. Obviously the train bit happened, the train action scene with that girl. So Bucky like went in, and there was a girl in there, and the way Bucky said hi was actually the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life. The way I was literally like, the way he said hi, and then the girl, I don't know her name, I can't remember her name, but then she went pew, and like kicked, like made him go out of the train and then fall, and then into that fight in there. So she's one of the guys. She's the only girl though, I think. So yeah, I just, when in the fighting bit, in this bit that I'm talking about now, I didn't really, I don't know, when the new Captain America, John Walker, I think his last name is, I think that's his name. I'm not really good with names, like I have to watch a few episodes and then like I get the names. But yeah, I don't know, I'm not feeling it, really not feeling it right now. But my theory was wrong, which I said in the other episode. I said it might have been like one of the mask guys, but I don't know, I didn't really know, it's just a guess, so I don't care that I'm wrong. But yeah. It's obviously not, it's someone completely different, which is fine. He'd been like in the army and done stuff before, but I don't know, I just not good. And like the way he just jumped out the helicopter, I was like, Like Steve would be ahead of the game. Steve would be right there. Nah. So yeah, I don't know, it's just gonna take a lot for us to like him, I think, because I know I'm not the only one who's not too sure on him from the first episode. Obviously I'm not sure about this episode because I haven't like seen people's thoughts on it yet, but yeah. And then So this episode had quite a bit from the trailer. So that little girl kicks your ass. I just can't. That was so funny. And Bucky's like, I just love their relationship. It's actually so funny. Like, I don't even know why. It's just great, and it just makes me happy. I don't know why. It just made me laugh a lot today. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, yeah, I was just getting the wrong vibes from the new Captain America. Like, I feel like he was not superhero enough. I mean, like, obviously he's trying. Like, he did try to help, like, Bucky and Sam. I don't know. I don't really know how I can explain what I mean. It's just, he's not Steve, and I don't know. I just think his intentions are good. Like, he is trying to help. Well, at this point anyway, his intentions are good and he's trying to help. It's just, I don't know. It just seems like he's trying a bit too hard to make people like him. And I know he said he's not trying to replace Steve as such, but I don't know, he's trying a bit too hard, in my opinion. Later on in the episode, like, Bucky got arrested when they went to that place to visit. I'm not good with names, like I said. The older guy who was like a war soldier, I think it's called. And then him and Bucky, he is Bucky. Him and Sam have like an argument, kind of. His Sam was like, "You're telling me there was a black war soldier?" Something like that. I literally just watched it and I can't remember the exact words. But yeah, and then the police turned up and then they like having a go at Sam first, and I was like, no, why are you doing that? And then Buck obviously stood up for him. He's like, no, he's fine. He's not doing anything wrong. Like, he's not bothering me. Like, we're just talking. Because they were just talking, obviously, like, getting mad at each other. But, and then, yeah, and then they were like, oh, Bucky, we're sorry, but we have to arrest you because you didn't attend your therapy session. So I'm guessing, and then Sam was like, that got sorted out. And then I'm guessing maybe the therapy sessions was, like, in the agreement or something from the government to maybe not getting him arrested or something. I'm not too sure. But yeah, he got arrested and I was like, I was like, no, why Bucky? Oh, I can't. Yeah, and then Cap got him out and I was like, that's really, he's trying to get them to like him. And I don't know, I just feel like, I know obviously he must, he's got the intention like is there. Like, I understand where he's coming from and all, but I just feel, oh, probably hit my laptop. I just feel like, I don't know how I can explain it. He's just trying way too hard to try and like not be friend. I don't know. I just feel like he's trying too hard. And yeah, but Cap got him now, but like out of jail, so yeah, that's fine. And then Sam and Bucky obviously went to therapy. What? The woman, I can't remember her name, the doctor, therapy woman, she's like, we have a therapy session now, Bucky. And then she's like, Sam, you too. Not Bucky, James she calls him, but I always call him Bucky because Bucky Barnes. So yeah, and their faces in the I just can't, they just crack me up so much. They're actually like an old married couple. It's just the funniest thing. I just find them great. Their dynamic together is great. Like Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie, like, they work so well together. It's absolutely great. And I just can't, their faces. And then the staring contest obviously happened at first. I just can't. Yeah, but they both have different like views of what was right, because obviously Bucky didn't agree with Sam giving up Cap's shield. So obviously he has that against. But yeah, oh, I forgot to mention earlier that like when Bucky walked away from the like car thing after the fight, oh, I felt he was such a mood. He was like, bye. He was such a mood. So yeah, and then I'm pretty sure, so yeah, they had a bit different views of what was right, and then the ending, near the end, where like the bad group, I still don't know what they're called, like they got away with the stuff that they were trying to get away with, and that one guy just like ran like towards the police, and I'm like, you're gonna get killed. And he could have just stood there for a bit and then ran the other way. I don't know, obviously, I don't know. That's just me. And yeah, and then the ending, I think it reminds me, correct me if I'm wrong because I might be completely wrong, but I think the guy at the end, he was like looking and watching. I literally can't remember what he was watching or doing, and I literally just watched it like 10 minutes ago. But I think he is the one from Civil War. I don't know his name. But the one from Civil War, because then he was talking to Black Panther, the one that talks to Black Panther like way near the end. Because I watched Civil War the other day, so like, and that face, the one that got Bucky blamed for blubbing up and killing Black Panther's dad. Black Panther's dad? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that one. He's definitely in Civil War anyway, so I'm like, what has he can be doing? It was another great episode, and I loved that it had action, loads of comedy moments as well. So yeah, I can't wait for next week's one. So yeah, I will see you in a second, but it'll be next week for me. Bye. Hi, so I have watched the third episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So this episode, I really enjoyed it actually. So I found it funny when like the new Captain America, John Walker, his name is, he had like anger issues when he was talking to that guy when he was trying to get information. Like pushing up, he got so angry at him and he was like, "Do you know who I am?" And then the guy was like, "Yeah, I don't care." I found that really funny. I don't know why. So yeah, and I just want to say like Sebastian Stan looks great throughout the whole episode. He looks great anyway, but like I don't know, I was just like, yes, Seb. So yeah, I just think that Bucky and Sam are actually one of the greatest duos ever. They are so funny together, and it's just a love-hate relationship that makes it great. I love it. It's so funny. Bucky broke. Wow. What's his name? I can't remember his name. The one from Civil War. Like out of the prison, and Sam was like, "What? Why?" And then Bucky was like, "We need him," and I was like, "Okay, I'll trust Bucky for this decision, I guess." But yeah, I mean, he knew what he was doing, so yeah, the intention was there. Got it down. Yes, and then I never remember the girl's name, but the bad girl, the one with the really curly hair, when she lost her, like maybe her, I don't know, her leader or her friend. I did feel bad for her. I felt quite sad in that part, to be honest. But yeah, that was really sad, because I know it's not nice when losing someone. So yeah, I did feel for her in that moment. Oh, when they're in the club thing and Sam was being that tiger guy. Oh, I literally just watched the episode, I cannot remember the name. Tiger someone, and because that was his usual, I guess, the person he was pretending to be, went on this mission with Bucky and the guy I don't know the name of. I think it begins with a Z. And then when Sam had to drink it, I was like, bless him. I don't think I could have. I probably would have thrown up. It didn't look very nice, but you know, bless Sam for doing that. And then also Sam is just so sweet as well, because he like checked up on Bucky after like the guy beginning with Z made him do like the Winter Soldier thing. He was like, are you good? I was like, well, that's really nice that he's checking on him, because obviously he knows that must be like so hard for him to act like the way that a Winter Soldier would act. The angle today is really weird. I'm so sorry. So yeah, I thought that was really sweet. And then the action in the club happened, and then that guy, when after this phone call with Sam and his sister, she obviously said Sam towards the end, and then the guy shot the woman who was like, who's Sam? I can't remember her name. I'm so bad with names, honestly. But yeah, she's shot. No, she got shot. And then all that action happened, blah de blah de blah. Yeah, and then Sharon pops up. Obviously I knew she was in it from the posters and stuff, but personally I'm not the biggest fan of Sharon. Well, in Civil War anyway. But I felt that Sharon, like, this episode, like, I was like, oh, okay, you're not actually as bad as I thought you were. So I don't know, I feel like she's more likeable in this. I don't know. And you see her fight, and you know, you see what she can actually do. Whereas in Civil War you didn't really see much character development, so I guess that's good that we saw Sharon in this episode. I don't know if she'll be coming back into any more episodes, because obviously she didn't go back to America or Germany, wherever they're going with them, and they gave her the option to. But yeah, I felt she was really nice. I don't know, it just felt different to the Civil War Sharon, if that makes sense. But yeah. Oh yeah, Bucky and Sam, I just love their love-hate relationship. It's so funny. Like, they were just having an argument and Sharon was there like still shooting, and she's like, guys, not the right time. It's so funny. I actually love this series. And then when they were in the car, oh yeah, but he was one of the masked guys. His name again was Zed. I can't remember his name, but he was one of the masked guys. And then he pulls up in this car and he's like, come on guys, get in. So they go in, and Sharon is like, bye, leaves them. And then Bucky gets in the front and Sam gets in the back, and Sam goes, you're not going to move your seat up, are you? And then Bucky's like, no. And I laughed so much. It was great, because in Civil War it's the other way around. Sam is sat in the front of the car and he's like, can you move, Bucky's like, can you move your seat up? And he's like, no. I just so that was a really good link. I really enjoyed that. But then at the end you have the, I'm really hurt, you have the soldier from Wakanda. I don't know her name, but yeah, we see her with Bucky at the end, and that's the end. So yeah, it was another good episode. I feel like there was a lot of action in this one, actually. Like, oh, and that girl like blew up a building, the mean girl. I don't know her name, I need to learn her name. Mean girl blew up a building as well, and I was like, oh. And the guy who's actually like on her team, who's like, but there were still people in there, and she was like, that's the only way they'll understand. And I was like, oh, poor people in that building. So yeah, I'm really excited for next week's episode, so I will see you then. Okay, so wow, we watched episode 4 a few days ago now, so we're recording this a little bit late, but hey ho, so let's just get started quickly. What?
Very good.
Yeah, it was a really good episode again. The Thing, this one here, he's in Captain America top today.
Oh yes, I don't
But
like John Walker.
Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Yeah, that's my favourite. When I say favourite, I mean Steve Rogers, not John Walker. I don't like him.
Yeah, we really don't like him. Through the episode, like, I just hated him in that episode.
He's got anger problems.
Yes, I said that in last week.
You kept saying
I said that in last week's as well.
He's like, and he like
Even before.
Didn't he kill that person with the shield? Like,
yeah, at the end.
Steve Rogers wouldn't do that. What?
Because I know he helped kill his friend, which is obviously quite sad for him, and he'd like been in the war and stuff. So obviously he does have some issues, which I understand why he has anger issues and all that. But
it's just not.
And obviously the serum that he took before then. Serum. I said that really weirdly. Before then, it didn't really help. But yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously his friend's now dead. Bye.
Yeah. Like.
But yeah, I feel that because he definitely had anger issues, because when he walked in, when Sam was talking to Carly, Sam was almost getting through to Carly. I think.
Yeah, and then it was like,
I think he was like, he generally was nearly getting through to her.
Yeah, and then he just went, I'm going in.
If he had a few more minutes, because she was like proper listening to him and stuff, so I just feel like if he didn't come in with his anger issues, then none of that
Was it
happened.
impatient or impatient?
Impatient. Yeah, but if he didn't go in with his anger issues, then his friend probably wouldn't have ended up dying. So it's his fault his friend died. I don't know his friend's name, but yeah, that's just thoughts on that episode. Oh, and I found the bit actually hilarious when
Is that the bit? I think that's the bit I'm on about.
When the Wakanda, I don't know what they're called. The Wakanda, I know what they're called.
Isn't it like Sage, something like that?
Yeah, I know.
That was funny.
When I hear it, I know it's that.
He was like, oh yeah, so cocky, and then they were there like,
yeah, when I hear it, I know it's that, but I just don't know how to pronounce it, so I need to learn how to.
But yeah, that
the
bit was funny.
Wakanda soldiers, when they were like fighting John Walker, it was actually the best thing. It was so funny.
When Bucky's arm,
I just
came off, and then he just was like, put it back on.
I just loved it, how they all just stood and watched for a bit. Found it hilarious. Okay, yeah, because we watched it the other day. Don't really have as much to say as I normally do. But yeah, that'll be the end of this one. So see you next Friday.
Bye.
Hi.
Hello.
We've just watched episode 5 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So yeah, obviously it started with action straight away.
Yes, it did.
I didn't really feel bad for John Walker at the start. And then because you know he was walking and he's like thinking back and stuff, and his friend. Obviously, it's sad his friend died, but
like no one. I don't like John Walker.
no
as I said before.
excuses. Yeah, and then the fight with Bucky and Sam and that. He always does the same thing. I noticed as well. Like he always, you know, the shield that, like he did to the man when he killed him.
Yeah.
If
Oh
that
yeah, he
makes
keeps
sense.
like hitting it down, and that's
Yeah, like in that way.
Yeah.
And not like that, like Steve would do. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you out. I don't know how to hold it. But
yes.
yeah. And then obviously from the fight, Bucky and Sam got the shield back. So hooray!
Yes.
And then when they were helping with the boat, I thought that was sweet.
Oh,
like
yeah.
everyone helped out on the boat, and then Bucky also came to help.
Yeah.
And then
Sam was training to become Captain America.
oh yeah,
But
but
before
also the
that,
bit
wasn't
with
it like the Isaiah
Isaiah.
Bradley?
Yeah,
And saying like
super soldier.
saying that
I felt so bad for him. So
yeah,
sad.
because like
Everything that he went through.
Yeah. Because like they said he was dead, but because of whatever happened and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then after that.
And yeah,
Sam went
training to be Captain America.
Yeah, and he went home.
About John lying as well too.
Oh yeah.
I think his name was Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm finally learning his name, Lamar. His family.
Yeah.
He said that the guy that he did kill was actually the one who killed Lamar, but it obviously wasn't. It was Carly.
He's lying.
Yeah, he's lying to make himself feel better, and he's lying to his family. And I'm like, pretty sure Lamar wouldn't be happy with that.
Yeah, and John Walker, I don't know the word, but he got discharged of Captain America basically. So
yeah, thank God.
I was like, yes.
There's no way.
He had that evil look on his face. He was like.
And Sharon as well. I don't know what she is up to because obviously she had that phone call with that person. So what she's up to, I really don't know.
And with Bucky and the Wakanda people and that other guy, I can't remember his name. The one that escaped.
Zemo.
Oh yeah, Zemo.
Zemo.
Yeah. And then the end credit scene.
Yes, with John Walker making a new shield.
Yeah. But before that, Sam was opening something, but we don't know what it was.
We think it's Captain America's suit, like maybe Falcon wings
like
or something.
Yeah, like a bit of a Falcon edge
we've not read the comic, so we obviously don't know. But I'm excited for next week's finale.
God, yeah. Hello, everyone. So, yeah, let's talk about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier finale episode, and it was very good, and it was quite tense in that. So we had Falcon's new suit, which was like a kind of a Captain America, but with like the Falcon suit, and it was kind of like both merged into one, which was really cool, and I liked that very much. It had like the Falcon wings, but then it had like the star, like the Captain America star. Yeah, it was a great episode. In the episode, there was this terrorist group, and they were putting trackers in these vans, and it was a bit, okay, like a little bit weird, and like, yeah. So that was a bit like, why are you doing that? Like, yeah. And of course, there was action like pretty much straight away, and it was quite full on fighting in that. And there was like fighting between Bucky, Captain America, and Carly, and that. And when John Walker came in and started to fight again. Oh yes, there was a part in this episode where John Walker, John Walker pretends to be the good guy by pulling the thing of the bus, because the bus was like trapped on an edge or something, but then it didn't work anyway because it fell. But then Falcon came in, or should I say Captain America, and saved them, because yeah, that kind of backfired. If I keep looking down, I've made notes because I watched it like last week. Oh yes, Sharon is the power broker, so that was a bit like okay. And then Sharon shot Carly, which was a bit like, whoa, like, why? But, you know, everything had to... Oh my God, my hair. Everything had to happen for a reason. The new Captain America. So basically, when I say Captain America, it's obviously Falcon. Captain America said he wanted to fight for his country. Then he went to Isaiah Bradley as he saw what Captain America said on the TV, because it was being like broadcasted, because there was people there like filming it for the press and that. Captain America showed Isaiah that he fought for his country, and well, Falcon, Captain America, took Isaiah to the statue of the golden, because there's this thing in the couple of episodes before where they said that Isaiah was dead, but he wasn't. He was still alive, but he pretended to be dead. So he got that statue, and everyone honoured him because he was in that golden statue. I think it was in like kind of a museum thing. Yeah, there was a funny bit. I think it was when the kids were trying to pull Bucky's arm like down or kind of playing with him. He was just there like, yeah, doesn't work. Yep. John Walker's shield, it was rubbish because when he was fighting, it had all this scratches and marks because obviously it wasn't the real shield. Like, it wasn't Captain America's shield, which is made out of this special steel. It was just rubbish, and it didn't work, and it wasn't the same metal as the real Captain America. He became a US agent, and there was a new suit. It was black, so he's not Captain America. He's now a US agent. And I saw something on Instagram. It said that there might be a US agent series with him in it. I'm not too sure, but I saw something like that. And then, yeah, so we got the new suit. And then Sharon, this was at the end. She was kind of up to something because she was kind of walking out. But then she was I think she was phoning someone. And then she said she had access to like prototypes, the government prototypes, their weapons and that. So that was a bit like, and a bit like, But yeah, that was my thoughts on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Well, actually, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. If you know, what I mean.
So I have just finished watching the last episode of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and oh my god, that was actually one of my favourite episodes of the whole series. It was a perfect way to round it all up, and I was gonna get talking about it. So there's a lot of action at the start, and I love Sam's Captain America and Falcon suit. Like, the fact he still has the wings on it, and it was just amazing. Love that. Like, and we were right, me and Kyle, with what we said last week. We were like, it's gonna have Falcon wings and it's gonna be Captain America. But yeah, I absolutely love that suit. It was great. It's what we needed. John Walker was back in it, and wow, this was before other bits happened. But yeah, like, when I saw that part, I was kind of thinking, like, why does he still have the suit? Did he steal it? Did they let him keep it? You know what I mean? Obviously we saw him making the shield at the end of last episode, but I don't know, it's just, surely they wouldn't have let him keep the suit. The next thing I just wanted to talk about was Bucky, when he was saving people from like the car fire. He's actually just so sweet. I cannot express my love for Bucky. It's just, I love him. And I think that generally Carly, I don't know, I just generally think she really thinks she's doing the right thing, fighting for what she believes in. So yeah, and she's just very clever as well with the way she like plans what to do. I mean, yes, the violence isn't right, but she's fighting for what she believes in. So then there was a part where the car, like the government people got in the car. Carly's group like started driving the government stuff. So one was in a plane, and then there was 2 cars, I think, as well. So yeah, and then she drove that one like it was gonna fall off like a high bit of path or whatever road onto a lower bit, and Bucky was down there. And then John Walker, well, he was fighting Carly and that before, like, because he's definitely got angry. She is like 100%. So yeah, and then he kind of like started saving it, like pulling it back up, and then Carly and this other guy like jumped on it and pulled him off. So he did decide to do the right thing there, but still uncertain about what I feel about that character. But yeah, and then Sam comes along and saves it anyway. Like, he pushes it up with his Falcon wings and everything, and then one of the bystanders was like, that's the Black Falcon, and then another one was like, no, that's Captain America. I was like, yes, he's actually both, but he is the new Captain America, so we love that he's getting appreciated for that. And then we found out that like Sharon was actually the power broker. So yeah, we talk more about Sharon in a bit, because yeah, I did start to like her in this series, but then yeah, not like, I'll explain in a bit. She got shot by Carly, and then she shot Carly anyway in a bit. And Carly actually died, and Sam actually has the kindest heart. Like, he carried Carly out, you know, to the ambulances and stuff. Oh, bless him. And he's just so sad. And he was like, because he was fighting Carly. No, Carly wanted Sam to fight her, but he didn't want to fight her because, yeah, that's just Sam. And then Sharon shot him because she was holding the gun to Sam. So I guess like Sharon was saving Sam in a way, but yeah, Sam is just so lovely. Like, he's got the kindest heart out there, and I just love him. I love that we're getting to see more of him in this. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. His speech to the government as well was actually perfect. Like, he knows what is right. He knows how to get his way. He's like, things need to change. And I was like, you go Sam, you king. And then John Walker is now a US agent again. That woman, I can't remember her name. He called her Val, and then she was like, don't call me that. But yeah, that woman was like, oh, you're now a US agent, John Walker. And I was like, what makes you have the power to do that? I mean, yes, he did the right thing, but that could have been his plan. I mean, you never know. He could, like, yeah, his anger issues might get the best of him again, but don't know. Really don't know. I really felt for Bucky when he was telling his friend, I can't remember the old man's name, but the one from like the beginning episodes where we found out that when Bucky was Winter Soldier, he killed his son, and he was telling his friend that he murdered his son, and it just really broke my heart that Bucky had to do that. But obviously he was the last person on the list that Bucky needed to cross off, so yeah. But yeah, I just felt for him then, like, so sad. Then I actually cried when Sam showed Isaiah, I hope I said that name, Isaiah, his like little room in the museum, like where Steve and that is. He had a little room and there was a statue, and I just cried. It was so sweet, and that's what I mean. Sam has the kindest, most sweetest, best heart. He's just such a nice person. Like, so yeah, I cried a lot in that scene. And then, oh my god, at the end when it said Captain America and the Winter Soldier, I was so happy. Oh, I love the ending as well. Like, where it was a nice little party and everyone was getting pictures with Sam, and Bucky was playing with like Sam's nephews, and other kids were like holding onto his arm, and it's just the cutest thing ever. Yeah, and then it said at the end, Bucky and Sam are walking off, and then at the end it said Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and I was like, ah! So yeah, that's so exciting. I don't know, that just made me so happy. That was like, oh. So about the end scene. So Sharon, in the end scene, Sharon is held back as Agent Carter. But one second. So yeah, it was her plan all along, I guess, because after like the senator let her back in the US, and my laptop is literally doing something really funny right now. I'll show you, that's so weird. What the hell? Right, anyway. So yeah, and then Sharon was on the phone to someone, don't really know who, but yeah, she was like, okay, we're gonna be closer to the government now, you know, we can do it, we don't have any more serum or something. I can't remember exactly what she said, but I knew there must have been a reason like I didn't like her, because I didn't like her very much in Civil War. And yeah, I was just like, she's up to something, because I think I said in the last video or video before, oh, it's stopped now on the laptop. So yeah, what is Sharon up to? Like, is she gonna be the bad guy now? Or... I was so confused. But yeah, and then yeah, so that just made me think, is there gonna be a season 2 or a movie? Oh no, I don't know if there's gonna be a movie, but yes, I just really love this series. Like, words cannot express how much I've really enjoyed watching this every week. So yeah, I'm just blown away. That was amazing. Really good series. I wish it was longer, but I mean, the episodes were longer than WandaVision's episodes, so it's fine. But we have Loki to look forward to, so I'll probably do the same. I'll probably review Loki, because Loki is like my favourite villain. Loki's like my favourite villain, because Thor and Spider-Man are my like ultimate favourite superheroes, but I love Steve Rogers, Bucky, and Captain America Sam. I don't know, I love them all, but yeah, they're just my top two. But I don't even know where these stand now. I'm gonna have to like redo where everyone stands because One Division as well. I don't know, these just yes, but Loki is my favourite villain. So yeah, I'm so excited for that. So thank you so much for watching this video. Really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier down in the comments, and yeah, we can just talk about it because I loved it so much. So yeah, I will see you soon with a new video. Bye. I waved really awkwardly then again. I'm not waving again. Bye.